Ahead on DC News Now at 4. Most major crime on the decline in the district, but the question remains, do residents feel safe? Experts sounding off on the trend. Then, could a few extra hours of sleep help curb learning loss in Virginia's schools? Leaders in the Commonwealth's largest district are giving it a try.
We have some rainfall on the way to start our weekend. We'll let you know when the worst of the soggy weather will work through.
Plus, we're price-checking groceries, helping you stretch your dollar on essentials in the DMV's most popular chain. And a local expert explains why eating disorders are on the rise.
Social media can be a big contributor.
In this week's What's Going Around. And thanks for joining us on this Friday for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall. Annalisa Gale has the evening off. Breaking at the top of the hour, Metro Police are investigating the death of a teenage girl who was train surfing near the station in Silver Spring. Our Kevon Dupree is live on the scene right now with the latest. Kevon, what are you learning?
Mark, Metro Police say a girl is dead here in Silver Spring tonight after what they're calling a train surfing incident. Now here's video at what we captured from the scene earlier today. Now, we don't have much information on the girl at this time. Metro Transit Police officials say they received a report around 10:30 this morning about a girl who was dead on a train at the Silver Spring Metro station. As mentioned before, police believe this fatality was a result of train surfing, which is when someone rides either on the outside or on top of a moving train. Now, there were a few transit police vehicles here on site when I arrived about 45 minutes ago, but much of their presence has now cleared. And the Metro Authority sent out information on the social media platform X a little before 12:30 this afternoon, saying trains on the Red Line are operating every 10 minutes between Silver Spring and Forest Glen, and riders should expect delays in both directions. And as always, you can count on DC News Now to bring you the latest both on air and online at dcnewsnow.com. Reporting live in Silver Spring, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
Kevon, thank you. Switching gears, taking a live look outside. A sunny Friday, early evening on the first weekend of March. Let's head over to meteorologist Damon Matson with a look at the forecast. And Damon, not a bad start.
No, not a bad start to the weekend overall, but I will say, though, things are rapidly changing out there as we move along here towards your Friday night, folks. We had some pretty nice conditions early enough in the day. All that sunshine managed to warm us up here to the upper 40s in the Shenandoah Valley, more toward the mid-50s in Frederick, down into parts of northern Virginia here. So all in all, it was comfortable because we warmed those temperatures back up after a chilly day yesterday. But we couldn't warm up much more than this because clouds have rapidly rolled their way in across the entire region. At this point, we have a mostly cloudy to overcast sky across the entire DMV, and there is some light precipitation starting to show up along and west of the I-81 corridor out into the mountains there as the leading edge of a storm system that's been moving our way from the south and west, it starts to knock on the door, and all of this cloud cover will eventually lead to some precipitation. But we still have a little bit of time before that happens, so going about your Friday late afternoon into the evening here by 8 o'clock, it looks like things are still going to be dry, but no later than 10 p.m. do we start to see that rain overspread the region and make us soggy as we go late into your Friday night and early on Saturday morning. So when will this rainfall exit the region on Saturday, and will conditions improve as we head on towards your Sunday? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. For the second month in a row, crime in the district is down, including a 31% drop in homicides and violent crime, falling 10% since this time last year, according to D.C. police statistics. But despite the improving numbers, many in the district still say they don't feel safe and that more needs to be done. Our political and government reporter Leonard Fleming is near Capital One Arena, where crime has been an issue. Leonard, you spoke to a number of people today, including the mayor. What are they saying?
Mark, everyone is delighted to see that the crime numbers have come down, but they acknowledge that D.C. still has a crime problem. Crime is still being felt everywhere, even if the numbers don't show it. Last year, the nation's capital was overrun by rising crime, with the most homicides in 20 years and violent crime spiking by 39%. The first 2 months of 2024 have shown a different story. Homicides are down 31% and violent crime 10%. Yet people in D.C. say they still don't feel safe, a fact city officials acknowledge. Kathy Henderson is an advisory neighborhood commissioner in Northeast D.C. who is cautious about the low crime stats.
We shouldn't get overly excited about numbers because we're really talking about year-to-date totals, and they can be misleading. We still have spaces that we need to reclaim from the lawless. They're in Metro, they're on our streets. We just had a stabbing just 2 blocks from here last week. So the numbers are not telling the full story.
So far this year, the only crime stats that are up are theft at 12% and robberies at only 1%. Mark?
Well, Leonard, the mayor has a big meeting tomorrow afternoon with the advisory neighborhood commissioners. What can you tell us about that?
Well, the mayor told me she expects this meeting to go well with these ANC commissioners, that she will convince them that crime is under control. But she also has a big vote coming on Tuesday with her crime bill, which addresses open-air drug markets as well as retail theft. Reporting in Chinatown, Leonard and Fleming, DC News Now. Back to you.
All right, Leonard, thank you. Officials say that a family in Silver Spring is displaced after a tree fell into their home. It happened early this morning. Our Candace Cole has the details.
This happened around 4:45 this morning. Pete Peringer, spokesperson for Montgomery County Fire and Rescue, says that a tree fell down onto this house while 2 people were inside sleeping. They were able to get out and get their pets out of the way as well. Take a look at this. Peringer's post on X said this old growth tree fell through the middle of this 2-story home in the 2900 block of Collins and Dawson Avenues in Wheaton. Both roads have been closed to through traffic. According to Peringer, the 2 people inside made it out with their pets unscathed. They're now being assisted by the Red Cross while repairs are being made to their home. An electrical pole was also knocked over, downing live power lines. Now, according to Pepco's outage map, a total of 6 customers lost power altogether. I spoke with one of the workers out here. He says they've still got about 3 homes to go. He anticipates all of the power will be restored within about 6 hours. Reporting in Wheaton, Candace Cole, DC News Now.
All right, Candace, thank you. A man who police say robbed the Wells Fargo Bank in Fairfax County has been arrested. It happened this morning on Walker Road in Great Falls. They say the suspect entered the bank, pulled out a gun, stole cash before taking off. He was spotted a short time later and taken into custody. This comes 2 days after another Wells Fargo location was robbed in Burke. And happening now, DC's SNAP extension program now in effect, and that means that thousands of district residents will be receiving increased food assistance this month as part of their regular monthly SNAP benefits. For example, a D.C. family of 4 will receive an additional $97 in food assistance every month. The legislation provides a 10% local enhancement of SNAP benefits. It's a $40 million increase in benefits. Well, the largest school district in Virginia is weighing letting middle schoolers get a little more sleep. Fairfax County Public Schools hired a consulting firm to look into changing start times for middle schoolers. Currently, middle schoolers in Fairfax begin at 7:30 in the morning, meaning that students are at their bus stops by 6:40. The change would mean the bell gets pushed back to 8 a.m. or later. Now, Prismatic Services Incorporated will study possibilities over the next 10 months before presenting options to the school board. Mother of 3, Stephanie Lundquist, says that paying for consultants might be unnecessary spending, but the time change can make things a lot easier for preteens.
The bus actually arrives at 6:40, and you have to be there a little 5 minutes early, maybe, so that you don't miss the bus. Your middle schooler is looking at like maybe a 5:30 a.m. wake up, and that could be just following the 10 p.m. going to bed the night before because of a sporting event.
And coming up, how else the change could impact Fairfax families. New this afternoon, Montgomery County lawmakers are making it easier for the county to maintain affordable housing developments once they're put up for sale. The right of first refusal law was first enacted in the county in 1980, and today amendments were made. The amendments allow the county executive to assign contracts to purchase properties to qualified developers. The changes also limit the required deposit amount to 5% instead of having to pay the full price up front. Now, leaders say this bill will be transformational for the county's growth.
By creating an opportunity in more ways that people can stay in our community, stay in affordable housing, and move from renting to home ownership, we are benefiting our entire community and creating affordable, stable communities.
Well, from 2015 to 2023, the county received 369 right of first refusal notices, but only exercised 12 during that span. Well, leaders in West Virginia Eastern's Panhandle coming together to address concerns over the rise in fentanyl overdoses. Martinsburg Mayor Kevin Knowles called a conference in his hometown today, and specialists dealing with substance use disorder or seeing a spike in fatalities from xylazine, a pain reliever used by veterinarians, now being trafficked to drug dealers in the region.
Many overdoses throughout our state has a strong footprint here in the Eastern Panhandle, particularly in Berkeley County and Martinsburg.
It's a direct result of the people that are here for this conference that have worked very hard on the ground to bring services and change the stigma of what and everything's going on with SUD.
And treatment specialists at the conference are working with emergency responders to have ample supplies of naloxone as a frontline response to overdoses.